Okay, it's beer o'clock again on the Real Ale Guide. Today's beer is a beer from the Huyghe Brewery. It's made by it's brewed by the Huyghe Brewery, but it's actually packaged and bottled as part of Marks and Spencer's tasty beer range. This one, I'd like to thank I've always got someone to thank. I'd like to thank my wife for this one, Mel, Mrs. Real Ale Guide. She was kind enough to buy this for me for my birthday back in May. I've had it a few months, but it's a bottle condition beer, so it would have had the benefit of aging. You can see loads of the sediment there floating around on the bottom of the bottle there. But let's get it out. I've heard quite a bit about the Huyghe Brewery. Yeah, there we go. It is a bottle condition beer, so I'm not going to get all of it out. I just want to show you it's the kind of pink elephant thing going on there. Wow, there's a great big one on the front. There you go. So, beer in the glass. It's a nice colour, really nice kind of pale, very kind of almost a little hazy. Plenty of sediment and bits. Looks like bits of fruit floating around, but I imagine it's yeast. Nice levels of carbonation. Let's get a nose. Oh yes, and this is that kind of almost German Hefeweizen kind of nose. That banana-y nose. Coriander. Belgium, like a Belgium kind of single Belgium. They do doubles and triples, so I'd say yes. Put your comments in the comments box. What's the word for a Belgium single? That's what I'm probably looking at here today. It might even say on the back of the bottle, which we will get to in a moment. But yeah, definitely coriander, definitely orange. Let's dig in. Cheers, everyone. Oh wow, that is very fruity. Oh yeah. And if you watch my Ale Mary review back probably 2 years ago, I really didn't like that beer. That was my first beer with coriander and ginger and orange and lemon and all them different kind of spices that go in there. And it kind of, I think I went back then. I said all of these ingredients deserve to be in a curry, not a beer. I'm just starting to get used to this style of beer, and I'm starting to appreciate it for what it is. Yeah. Fruity, orangey. Definitely coriander there. Spicy. Banana-y from the yeast. But yeah, that's nice. Slightly malty, sweet malt. That is a really tasty brew. That is one tasty brew. I want to show you there's loads of sediment in here. Loads and loads of it. It's probably the style of beer which you would get away with putting all the sediment in, all the yeast and bits and pieces. Nice white head. It really is a pretty looking beer. I like a bit of haze to a beer. I'm not one of these beer drinkers that go, oh, this glass of beer is cloudy. I'm not one of them at all. I think a beer like this really does look kind of really nice and like an old-fashioned kind of historic kind of way of brewing a beer. It looks like that. I like it. For me, if you see a really clear, bright as a button glass of beer, I like it. But if I'm honest, there's that kind of, well, if you want a really clear glass of beer, go and buy a Foster's or a Carling or something like that. For me, it's about the taste. It's about tasting the beer. It's not about how a beer looks. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, the Pink Elephant is synonymous with the Huyghe Brewery in Mil, Belgium, a town where beer has been brewed since 1654. The Belgians, they really got, and I bet they don't tax, we just got this beer tax, the duty escalator, going through the House of Commons yesterday, where they're debating it. I bet they don't tax their beers to hell, because it's an indigenous drink to the Belgian people. It's an indigenous drink here as well, but we think, yeah, let's put 178% tax on the beer. It's ridiculous. What more can I say really? This one's 4.5% ABV. I gotta get back to the beer in hand, because I am having a bit of a rant here. Oh, it's nice. It's really nice. I like the addition of the orange peel and the coriander. I think it's a really nice addition to the beer. It's nice and kind of, there's a good quality of water there as well. I'm picking up the good water quality from the beer, because let's not forget, the water in here is probably 96-97% of the beer. It's the biggest ingredient out of the main 4 ingredients in the beer. So I like to give water a mention every now and again, because it's very important. Overall then, final thoughts on a rating from this Belgian wheat beer. This is one of the better wheat beers I've tried. It's really nice. Like the mouthfeel. The drinkability is very refreshing. I can imagine sinking 3 or 4 of these in the garden in the summer. I like the addition of the orange and the coriander. Probably one of the first times I've really gone, yeah, this works. It took a long time to get my head around the whole recipe of sticking coriander and sort of spicy curried ingredients in a beer. I want to give you our website for the Huyghe Brewery, but unfortunately it's just Marks and Spencer's, which we don't want to give a website for Marks and Spencer's out, do we? It's Huyghe Brewery. Stick it in Google, search them out, have a look. I bet they do their own kind of Belgian wheat beer at around 4.5%, so give it a go. I bet it's the exact same beer in this glass. Thanks for watching me, the Real Ale Guide. I am going to give this beer, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 beer from the Real Ale Guide. Very refreshing, very tasty. Go and get a bottle, give it a try from Marks and Spencer's. Or if you're in Belgium watching, get some from the Huyghe Brewery. I'm sure there's a beer shop, or I'm sure it's sold in the supermarkets. Again, thank you. Put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe if you like, and cheers.